Hi there, this is Joanne from TrueAuthenticPower.com, from Tapping.me, and I'm also the creator of the program Catapulting to Confidence. I want to talk to you a little bit about the hidden pain of desires, because people think about their dreams and goals and desires, and they say, of course I want that. There's no hidden agenda of why I can't get it. There's nothing wrong. Well, if you're not getting it, there is something there, and there is something maybe blocking. It could be just timing that the right alignment hasn't happened. But if this is a pattern for you, there's something that you are probably unaware of that you're doing that is causing that delay or if for it not to happen at all. And I want to give you some awareness of some of those things that might be going on that you might never have considered. So as I'm going through some of these, really think about what I'm saying and give it a little breathing room to think, okay, do I carry that? Is that something that's going on? I'm talking about hidden pain. So why wouldn't you want to get what you say you want to get? So what have you attached that could be a fear, worry, overwhelm, anxiety of getting what you want? That could be in the form of criticism. It could be in the form of judgment. It could come in the form of family critique and criticism of expectations. And that's out of the realm of what our family does. That should be out of the realm of what you can do. That's one to consider for sure. Having more responsibility or complication, what will this bring? That's a biggie. More responsibility and complication is a biggie. What will this bring to my life? What will I have to do that I don't want to do? What am I anticipating that will cause me turmoil or trouble or overwhelm? Or what's that going to do to relationships or marriage or family dynamic? All of that are things to consider. What kind of pain of the process might you have to address? Meaning, what are you going to have to do to get there? Now, I know this really hit me hard in business because I do not like techie stuff. I can do it, I can learn it, but it drains me. And the thought of automation and figuring all that out, oh goodness, it scared me. Not scared me. It just, it's so painful. I don't want to go near that. So think about the things of your dream goals, desires, whatever that ultimate would be. What would you have to do to get there? And is there pain involved? Are you fighting against someone else's opinions of what it's going to take? Someone else's opinions that they won't like it and they'll cause you interruption or fighting against you. What are you afraid might happen? You know, that's not only of the consequences that could interrupt your family dynamic, meaning even your core family, brothers, sisters, mother, father, who the heck are you to be doing this? That kind of attitude. It might also be reflective of your family, your spouse, your children. How will it affect them if this is even appropriate? There also might be a dynamic of what help might not be available, or will you have to do even more? And, you know, when you talk about overwhelm or exhaustion or whatever, if you have ever been in those shoes before and those emotions are getting triggered, it can absolutely stop you in your tracks and pull you back because you've already been there. What might this do to my life, to my health, to how I go about living? If there is pain associated, we pull back, and that's a subconscious protection. It's not something to beat yourself up about as much as to explore it, because when you explore it, you can get deeper into what's underneath. What if I can't handle it? What if it's too much for me? Those are all self-sabotages, but they're also self-protection. If you are scared to death over what's going to happen, worried about how it's going to look, how hard it's going to be, what hoops you're going to have to jump through, what more will complicate your life and cause a dis-ease instead of ease and comfort and happiness, there probably are some of those hidden agendas going on in your mind that you have not explored. So when people say, oh, I want this dream, and there's nothing in the way, if you're not getting it, and it's not just a timing issue, which who knows, sometimes that takes time to just have the right alignment for a right house or a right job or a right career or right partner or whatever. If it's not about being misaligned or in the wrong timing, then there's something else going on underneath that requires some exploration. Because the good news is you can remove those things with tapping. You can remove and change those beliefs that you might be so attached to that you're not even aware of. A lot of why I do these audios of explanation is to get you to think about why would you be doing what you're doing instead of beating yourself up. If you're in protection, that's a good thing. And until you're ready to see how that could be shifted or changed, you're not stupid. Underneath is saying, don't go there. I'm telling you, it's going to be painful. It's going to be hard. It's going to be awful. That is self-caring on some level. And I want to be able to help people shift that beating up. What the heck is wrong with me? I can't do it. I must be lame. I must be stupid, lazy, crazy, all the tags that we put on ourselves. When it's actually more about, I'm scared, I'm worried, what will this cause me to do? How will it hurt me? How could it interrupt my life? I also want to say that this might not just be about you and what would happen with you, but what you saw maybe happen with other people, that their plans or how they did things really affected other people, and you may subconsciously be saying, I don't want to be like that. I hope you can explore some of these questions and some of these attitudes, or there's something in the way if it's not manifesting. And it most likely is something you're worried about. If you can shift it, change it, eliminate it, release it, tapping can help you do that. And then it will soften. It will calm down. It will take you faster, further, quicker into what you do want. It's the resistance that causes such debilitation and, digging in your heels. And you're in this tug of war, in this conflict, saying, what the heck is wrong with me? I know I want this. Why do I keep blocking it? There are good reasons underneath. When we deny what we're really feeling first, some of the preliminary work that has to be done, or the preliminary effort, recognition, awareness that would be helpful, instead of resisting and fighting against, what is that doing? Why is that trying to say you wouldn't be safe, it wouldn't be fun, it'll be hellish? Oh my goodness, what do you think you're doing? That's not what our family does. That's not what you should be capable of doing. All of those things, all of those beliefs, all of that energy can be locked up inside. And your subconscious is saying, well, why the heck would I want to be doing that? You want the outcome, but it might be the process of what you think you have to do, or what will happen in the process that brings you such pain and complication and just angst. Who wants to be full of, pain and suffering as you're going through the process? So what kind of support would you need? What kind of things would you want? And that's the ideal time to do a dream goal list that I have on my website. It just gets you into clarity of how would you want to feel? What would you have to do? What do you think you need along the way? What would ease that process? If you had the magic wand, what would that be? And it's amazing how when you start to soften your beliefs, emotions, and the things that are in the way, and you start to program in what you think you would want, somewhere along that timeline, things kind of meld together. One releases and the other becomes stronger. And that's when the joy in the journey starts. That's when the process becomes easier. You don't have to believe in hard work. You don't even have to do hard work. It becomes more joyful when you get the beliefs out of the way, when you program in what you want, and then you tap on both of those aspects, releasing and then programming in. I hope this helps. I hope it brings you joy, because you don't want to have to suffer just to get to the end to say, really? I did all this for this and it was so painful. Was it worth it? I'm not sure. Yeah, who wants to feel that way after all this effort, right? So release what you don't want, program in what you do want, and watch your miracles happen. I'm telling you, it is like watching miracles happen. And I hope that happens for you too. I know this process works. It might be new to you, but you're really self-sabotaging on purpose for a reason, to keep yourself out of harm. And the more you realize that, then you'll stop beating yourself up. Then the rest of this process that I'm talking about can take place. This is Joanne. Until next time, bye-bye for now.